Hey everybody, welcome back to another all skills, no major glitch race for the community tournament. This one's going to be between Ax2u and TheHollowMC, and I have Zero here with me.
All right, hello everyone.
I think both of our runners are ready, so do you want me to do a countdown for them?
Yeah, sure, you can do it.
Get in here. Perfect.
Ax is taking a little bit of time to get ready here.
Yeah.
Just slowing us down a little bit.
Ever since he's got that Twitch check mark, he's been a little bit Hollywood, but I think he should be counted in here, and the runner should be off shortly. So I believe this is one of our last races for the first Swiss round of the tournament, which means that just because of the way Swiss works, the first round is going to be a little bit one-sided in general. It's usually the higher seeds versus the lower seeds. And then as we get into the later rounds, things will be closer and closer as far as games go.
Yeah, although this actually looks like one of the closer matched races because the TheHollowMC actually has improved his PB by quite a bit. I think since seeding, he now has a 56, which is,
yeah, that's really
still quite a bit behind Ax's PB, but it makes it one of the closer races in the first round. I think only about 5 minutes between them.
Also, something to note is just Ax is a runner that's very much known for his consistency, even in these kind of like high pressure race scenarios. So it's going to be interesting to see how that follows. He had a 33.06 in an any percent race yesterday during the community Hollow Knight event, and that's pretty insane. So we'll see how that carries over to all skills, which I think is a category he's been focusing a little bit less on recently, but I can't.
Yeah, although he does have a bit of a habit of forgetting the route for this category sometimes. Trying to collect skills multiple times. So, let's hope he's fully here for this one.
Yeah, it's hard. I actually don't know how some of the runners do it, and when they juggle like 3 or 4 different categories at the same time. I guess when they've spent so much time on these categories, it's a little bit easier, but it's extremely impressive.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like Blue, for example, who just, in the middle of the All Skills tournament, just went off to play True Ending for a bit, got like a massive PB. He got like a 109. It's insane.
Damn. Yeah, that's super impressive.
And that route is very different as well. So it's like 2 very different categories at the same time, trying to juggle them both.
Yeah. Not only, I don't know whether them being really different helps or makes it harder. I imagine probably a little bit of each. At least you wouldn't have like get mixed up with the route quite as often, but it really tests different skills. So TheHollowMC just a little bit behind here. Ax a room ahead and a couple seconds ahead.
Yeah, you saw him mess up the double spike there a little bit. It's kind of a finicky trick, and if you only get one of them, then tracking down the second one is usually fine, but sometimes it'll fly off into one of the corners, and then you're kind of screwed on that one.
And that's an absolute pain when that happens. Oh man. I feel like most of my resets in the first split here are either just in King's Pass itself or just missing double spike and then having that one Aspid just go off on its own.
Yeah, or Gruzza drop room. That was notorious as well.
That was definitely a little bit of a pain. So yeah, it is about a room ahead. Ax entering False Knight's room at the same time that the TheHollowMC was entering the room beforehand. So it's about a 1 room advantage here.
Ax gets the good RNG on the False Knight fight. He does the jump to the left. Sometimes he'll jump to the right, and sometimes he'll do like a really large jump to the right where you can't track him properly. You're just not fast enough. Like you saw on TheHollowMC's side, he jumped to the right for that first attack.
Interestingly, Ax healing twice while on full health after False Knight. I guess he got nothing better to do. But that's interesting to see. This is going to be a really fast split from Ax.
Yeah, looks like a 330, which is pretty nice for a race. I mean,
Yeah.
pretty much anything under like a 333 would probably be nice for a race, I think.
Yeah. And then this is looking to be maybe a 345 from Hollow, which isn't bad at all. But we can see just how polished Ax is on that first, well, on all the splits, I'm guessing, but how it can make such a big difference in even such a small split.
Yeah, definitely. The early game is somewhere where a lot of these kind of small changes in movement between the rooms can really, add up, make a big difference overall. Of course, later on, you'll see the time losses, look more significant, but that doesn't make these smaller ones early on not matter, because they do add up.
Ax getting a little bit of unfortunate Balder RNG there. That was a 4th spit, which isn't. I mean, I've definitely seen more spits, but in a race, well, Hollow has at least a 4th spit. That's 5, 6, 7. Oh no! Oh, that's 8 spits.
That's absolutely awful.
I was gonna say maybe Hollow makes up a little bit of time here, gets a 1st or a 2nd spit, small amount of time gain, but 8 spits. Thanks.
Yeah, that's the worst I've personally seen in a long time. So congrats there, TheHollowMC. Insanely unlucky, I guess.
Ax on full soul coming into green path. Gonna make this next room quite easy for him. Don't have to worry about collecting any soul. Looks like Hollow's just going into this this Balder room with the minimum usually required at this point.
Yeah, having this much soul, actually, he has like a ridiculous amount to where it actually doesn't help all that much, because he'd have opportunities to get soul anyway.
Yeah, it's probably like a minuscule, like 0.1, 0.2 seconds of maybe not needing to get another hit of soul somewhere. But usually you can get all the soul while moving straight forward. So it doesn't end up being too big of a deal. Hollow taking a couple seconds to hit the one guy, but maybe a couple seconds is a little bit too much even.
Yeah, Ax doing that little kill on the moss charger there. That gives an extra 3 hits of soul, and you can get up to 8 geo from those guys. It's like a really neat little optimization in the Mothwing Cloak movement that can make quite a big difference when you do both of them as well. And he's coming up to this Moss Knight as well. There's another little trick here. Getting the double on that Moss Knight. It lets you save an extra 3 hits of soul, but also because he dies further right, his geo is placed a little bit nicer for you to collect it all. So these are the kind of things that Ax obviously has had to master in order to get these early game times.
Also, just throughout all of this, I feel like he's had more than enough soul in each of these rooms. I think he's only had to stop for like one hit. He's been collecting soul very, very cleanly through these rooms as well.
Unfortunately, he gets a little unlucky on these Moss Knight spawns. The guy on the right started patrolling all the way to the right side, so you have to wait until he comes back around to the left before you can fireball both of them at the same time. See if HollowMC gets a little bit better luck. It is a lot nicer to deal with when you get the good luck here.
Does a quick check. Doesn't get it. Chooses to put his... Oh, that was a decent way to deal with it. Doesn't kind of like manipulate the Moss Knight to make him jump back, but rather just jumps over him and then jumps back while he's waiting for the Moss Knight. I like that. I think it's probably a little bit slower than what Ax did, but it seemed like it was pretty clean and he was ready for it at the very least.
This is a scorching pace from Ax. I think that was a 751 Mothwing Cloak there. That's really, really nice. Pretty much anything under 8 minutes is a good start, especially for a tournament.
I mean, yeah, I think he probably could have done a lot better. It is Ax. We have to hold him to higher standards. No, Chad. Chad mentioning the race yesterday. After it was 106 relay, and during Ax's segment, he killed the nailsmith. And we were all very upset about that. So I'm supposed to be bullying him a little bit more than I am on chat or on comms here. So we'll give him a little bit more of trouble. But I can't really critique a 751 Mothwing Cloak. Oh boy.
All right, we'll have to wait for him to screw something up really badly and then rinse him over that. Oh, did you see that? That's absolutely trash.
Yeah.
Just completely missed the pogo in that room. Oh my god, and the missed inventory drop as well. This is disastrous for Ax. He's blowing his entire lead.
You know, I think he might as well not even finish the race at this point.
Yeah, I might forfeit, honestly. After this, he sees his claw time.
Yeah, it's pretty... Even if he gets a decent time at this point, it's all for naught. He's had to show these mistakes in front of all these people. Like, I don't know. I think you cut your losses and move on.
Change your name, move to another country.
Ax2u appears as a Twitch profile. I think that'd be funny. Hollow not too far behind here, getting through Fungal. About 20 seconds behind currently, but Ax is also like 4 or 5 rooms ahead on top of that 15 to 20 seconds. So it's a pretty sizable advantage already for Ax.
Yeah, you can see Ax's geo is actually in a pretty nice spot. HollowMC has a little bit more, but Ax has plenty for this segment. The geo route is actually fairly tight in this category. There's like a little bit of wiggle room, but you don't want to be too low after this section.
What do you call a good number at about here if you're trying to do this run?
I'd say like a 350 would be good.
Okay. You said that the geo route was pretty tight, and I was like, wait, I feel like I haven't paid attention to the geo route almost at all when I've been running it. I've just been collecting more than I need to. So knowing that 350 number will probably help. You need an explosion pogo?
Yeah, this is a pretty clean start from Hollow. Obviously, it's a very hard race to compete in, but it looks like it's been a pretty clean start by his standards.
Yeah, he definitely didn't do the like common strat that I see from Mantis Pogo, but it seemed like he was prepared for what happened there. Did a little bit of different movement coming into that room, so the mantises were in different places than I'm used to seeing them. But he just kind of did those 3 pogos.
Oh, Ax almost iPapared us. That would have been an absolute racing moment if he'd done that. I'm so sad that he recovered that. That would have been amazing.
I saw him in that spike pit, and I was like, "Oh!"
My eyes sparkled for a moment.
Oh well, we'll roast him about it a little bit later. We need a compendium of legendary like Hollow Knight Twitch clips, or maybe there is one that I'm just not aware of, but I haven't seen that clip in a long time. Max showing off some dash cancel jumps there on the left side, waiting for the cleanup to start.
Oh, it gets the swag, the gate storage off the Grandmother gate there. That's actually kind of awkward to time, that one.
Yeah, I feel like I never get that one. There are other gate storages that are a lot easier, but that one, fun stuff.
Yeah, so you see after all that, Ax has 200 geo exactly. That's a pretty good number for this segment. Like, you can go with a little bit lower than 200, but 200 is really comfy number.
Yeah. And I guess, like, as long as you have enough to make it up with Gorgeous Husk and the hoppers, like, you're probably fine. As long as you don't have to, like, kill a great hopper to make it up to 800 geo in dash slash.
Yeah. Hollow made a bit of a mistake there. If you saw, Grossmother died on the left side of the arena. So all of the geo was over there. Sorry, the Grossmother babies, they died there. So all of the geo was over on the left side. And he decided to leave earlier rather than going back for that geo, which is probably going to work out for him because he does have a lot still. But it's kind of a mistake to leave geo lying on the ground like that.
Yeah, especially because that might just mean killing 1 or 2 less mini hoppers. Probably not the hugest deal overall, but something to note. Ooh, Shade kind of trolling him there. Good recovery.
Yeah, I hate when the Shade fireballs so late there. It's fine if he does it early on, but when you're just about to pogo and he fireballs, it can really throw off your skip there. So I'm actually quite impressed that HollowMC just kind of continued and recovered that easily.
Yep, seemed pretty combo getting back to that wall and just doing the jump over again. Ax with a pretty clean clear through that room, collected some geo. Gonna be benching here and then heading off to Gorgeous Husk.
I love that room that Ax just did. The way he does it with the little pogo on the sign. It's so difficult to do. I've tried it a few times and it's really frustrating, but he makes it look so clean and easy.
I'll have to see here. Chat bringing up a good point that Hollow's been kind of screwed at like every RNG check in the game so far. Getting decent RNG on that set of husks there though is good.
Oh, Ax almost quit out early. Some of the geo was locked in the little pathway in between Gorgeous Husk and the room before, and he was in the menu about to quit out before he realized that he hadn't picked up all the geo.
Oh, I thought we were actually maybe seeing some mix-ups on category. He wasn't sure whether he should be continuing on to the left without quitting out there, like in any percent. But yeah, no, I think it makes more sense that it's the geo. But,
yeah, but what you said about HollowMC getting the bad RNG, he's recovered it well. So hats off to him for that. right, how clean is Ax's hoppers here? Let's be very critical of him.
Oh.
All right, not making it easy to be critical so far.
Yeah.
Oh, he got hit. That's super suboptimal there.
Yeah, you got to be ready for those primal aspids. They're tough opponents, but I think their projectiles are usually pretty reactable, and Ax just not paying attention, getting shot in the back of the head. I did really like the way he was using the up slashes on those hoppers, though. That first up slash hitting both of the hoppers.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that
there.
in particular before. That was crazy.
That was really nice.
So Ax had I think that was a 1424 dash slash, which is pretty crazy. That's like a really, really good start.
Yeah. So pretty good hoppers here from Hollow as well. It does take that one hit as well. Didn't have to kill one of those hoppers because he was, he just had that extra geo from earlier. But shouldn't save him that much time.
Yeah, it's worth bearing in mind that even though they're just buying dash slash now, they do have another geo cost coming up after Soul Sanctum, which is King's Station. You need 300 for that, and that can also be a little tight. So if you get a little bit of extra geo in this segment, it rolls over to the next one, and it helps out your geo collection in that one. So you'll see some people be sort of a bit more conservative in this segment so that they can skip enemies in the next one, or vice versa.
Ax taking a hit to those flying husks on the way up. A little bit sloppy there. But he will make it through. No death quite yet.
There's time.
On this split towards Sanctum, it always feels just like, okay, this is kind of a movement split. And sometimes I take like little hits here and there, but going into Sanctum on anything less than 5 health just actually feels so bad. And I always forget about it.
Yeah, I always take a heal if I have to on the elevator coming down after Shade Soul, even though that will sometimes mean you have to spend a little extra time collecting soul in Sanctum. I find it to be super worth it. Just going in with 5 health, gives you so much liberty,
Yeah, just to kind of like
take damage
through.
And kind of shrug it off.
Yeah, like I'd be scared if I were Hollow here to be going into Sanctum on 3.
Yeah,
he does have a good amount of soul though.
I actually might have healed at that door if I was him.
Not thinking about healing quite yet. There's 2 fireballs there. Doesn't get the double. There's no consistent way to get a double on that soul twister, right? It's just kind of like RNG whether he is floating in the right way for it.
Yeah, I think it's RNG. I mean, I think it's a bit manipulable. Is that a word? Manipulable? Manipulatable? That's the word, right?
I guess so.
Please tell
it
me
doesn't
that's the
sound
word.
right. Like after saying it doesn't sound right. I was thinking like the first word that came to mind was malleable, but I don't even think that's right either.
That's the wrong word. Yeah, you think you're putty. That's malleable.
Yeah. Manageable also doesn't sound right. Like, yeah, manipulate is probably the word for it. It is a word? while
Ax is getting a little bit unlucky with Soulmaster diving there, and also Soulmaster staggering out of the double. That's a pretty slow fight actually, if you could believe it, for all skills. He doesn't look very happy.
Oh, I think the word is manipulable.
Manipulable. Okay.
I don't know. English sucks. English sucks. Ax with a pretty quick fight there. Comfy amount of health to get out of Sanctum with as well.
Yeah, this is a pretty good start. He has bled a bit of time. This isn't PB pace or anything, but it's perfectly acceptable for a race for sure.
Ooh, that was a clean fight from Hollow as well. He got the good RNG at the start of the fight for the fireballs to double, and then got a couple of clean doubles afterwards as well. Taking this section a little bit slower, but playing it safe. Having health to get out of Sanctum with is always nice, and cleans up that second phase.
Yeah, so checking over that Geo, HollowMC is, I think he killed one of the Soul Twisters in like the pathway before here, because he's sitting on a very good Geo count here, 262. But Ax is a little lower, 242. That's a little lower than you'd like to be leaving Sanctum. So you're going to see him do a lot of farming in this section to get to that 300.
Yeah, 60 Geo should be a little bit tougher. We'll have to see which enemies he chooses to kill to make that up. Also, a little bit of RNG there for Ax. Just depending on where that large husk sentry is, you can get more or less of that Geo.
Yeah, so thanks for people keeping track in chat. HollowMC is pretty much about a minute behind, which is pretty close considering we're 20 minutes into the run. Losing only a minute in that time is, I think that's a pretty good race from Hollow.
Especially because like 15 seconds of that was on, like just on VS. So he's actually been keeping up even better on some of the other splits since then.
Wow, Ax, exactly 300 here, calculated.
Yeah. He should have a little bit more. He's kind of sneaking by here, but it's all you need at this point, so it's good for him. Hollow should be in a good place for Geo. 295 already. Still has the dive to down through this spire area. Should get enough Geo from that to be quite comfortable here.
Yeah, and although, complimenting Hollow on his performance so far, this next section might widen that gap a bit. Crystal Peaks is a really heavy movement split, and it's also really heavily cycle-based. So if you do mess up some of the movement in some of these rooms, you are losing, an entire cycle in most cases. So maybe we're going to see Ax's clean movement bring him ahead a bit further here.
Mm-hmm. Hollow again, choosing just to not pick up some of that Geo. It's an interesting scenario. Like, I feel like Hollow's been up on Geo basically the whole time, but then just choosing to leave some of it behind it, like to save time. Something interesting to think about for sure.
Yeah, definitely. At that point, you could optimize a little bit a second here or there by, making sure you pick up as much as possible from certain sources and then being able to skip others. But I don't think it's a significant time save, especially compared to everything else.
Yeah. I think it's definitely one of my... I think saying it as like my least favorite part of Hollow Knight speedrunning makes it sound awful, but I don't have many gripes with Hollow Knight speedrunning, so just like having to keep track of Geo and like some of the RNG drops and stuff, just sometimes it's kind of tough to deal with. Ooh, clean Pog Ax
from Ax there, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he literally invented the trick, so you have to expect that he's going to be able to pull it off clean like that each time. So good for him there.
Oh, what's your opinion of the Komodo hype PogChamp, by the way, Locus?
I think, if we're gonna replace PogChamp, which I think it was a good idea. I'm glad that it's Komodo hype. How about you?
Oh yeah, I totally agree. I love the emote. I love seeing it more often now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think out of all the ones that I saw when they were rotating, I think it was my favorite one. Ooh, Ax getting a hard fall there. Unpausing too early. Gonna lose some time there for sure.
Yeah, interestingly, he also chose to not do the right side climb in the room with the slides key in it. I'm not sure why. He usually loves that strat, climbing on the right side. Maybe he was just practicing it beforehand and wasn't getting it consistently. But that's kind of an interesting thing to note there, because oh my god. Well,
I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah. Well, it is Ax. He has to show it off, right?
Oh man. It always catches me off guard because I just think, oh, it's a race. They're not going to do underplat. It's so tough. But Ax pulling it off there very, very cleanly. On 2 health too. Like, what if he got hit twice? He could have just died. I don't know. Yeah. Also, how do you feel about health in C peaks? I feel like on any percent, I do all the damage tank strats, just because we're save and quitting after we get Crystal Heart anyways. But I feel like health is so much more valuable when we're dealing with like the C Peaks Dark Room, and then also wanting one more health for D Dark.
Yeah, I guess my perspective on it is that 3 health is perfectly fine, and 2 health is really scary. So I'd take a few damage tanks, but once I get to 3 health, I don't think I'd damage down to 2 if I could avoid it. Oh my god, Hollow doing it.
Oh, they both got it.
I mean, they're putting on a show, right? You gotta follow it up when someone else does it, even if it's scary. You gotta go for it as well. Yeah,
Ax definitely throwing down the gauntlet, and Hollow responding very nicely. Very nicely. Yeah, Ax doing this whole split on 2 HP, getting through cleanly. Yeah, definitely something spooky with just like watching it, but you can tell he's confident in it.
Yeah, I think with maybe with some other runners, 2 health would have been really scary, but I have a lot of confidence with Ax in that split. He's really, really good at that, the Dark Room and the D Dark bound movement as well.
All right, so Ax into Dream Platforms here. Hollow making it through C Peaks Dark Room. Looks like pretty clean from him as well. Yep. Doing the dash setup too is a little bit tougher, but makes it through very clean. You can tell it's practiced.
Yeah, he's actually he's kept it close here. I think not losing much time compared to Ax in this Crystal Peak section. I mean, the scariest parts of the run are just about to come up here, but just from the start, this is way closer than you know, the times would suggest. Yeah,
races as well.
Hollow is definitely overperforming, and Ax is definitely underperforming in this race.
Yeah, I just took a look at his current PB, and he's behind about 15 seconds. I think that's pretty unacceptable for a runner of his caliber. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You have to play to your PB exactly every single time.
Yeah, of course.
Not even that. He should be playing to his golds every time, but maybe won't push him too hard on that.
I mean, that's why I keep a relatively high PB on purpose. You know, so I have a easier thing to aim for during races. That's the strat for me.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. You know, it keeps everybody's expectations at a good place. Never gonna let anybody down. That's good. No dash slash from Ax there on the chandelier. I don't actually know. Is that faster to dash slash that? I feel like I see that from a lot of runners.
I think it is, because I think the cooldown when you can slash after a dash slash is less than when you normally slash.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I've just had a lot of moments where I'm like, okay, you know, I'm doing this thing. I see other runners do it. It must be the most fast thing. And then I watch like Ax or Monsta do something and they just do it completely differently. And I'm like, oh, am I missing something? So I just wanted to check in on that. Clean-ish fight there from Ax. Taking 2 damage is a little bit unfortunate, but it's most likely just for, you know, dealing with the RNG of the Watcher Knights. Ooh, that wing sentry just getting in Hollow's way. Wanted the 3 hits of soul and then wanted to get out of there, but ended up kind of having that husk move in on him.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll heal here, because he is quite a bit, you know, on pace for PB here, I think. So will he take the? No, it doesn't look like it. I mean, it's relatively. Oh dear. I was about to say this fight is, you know, it's relatively rare that you take damage, so maybe healing is a bit too cautious. But then he immediately took a damage before I could even curse him.
Yeah. Ooh, and also misses that first dream nail on this night. Definitely going to make this fight a little bit more scary than it would be otherwise. Also, do you get full healed after Lurian? I don't remember.
Yeah, you do after Dreamers.
Okay, cool. So all he really has to do is get through this fight, and if he can manage to do that, then he'll still be in a good spot for the Isma skips and the stuff in Basin coming up.
Yeah, you actually get, you know, a lot of fairly convenient full heals in this route. Like after doing Isma skips, you get the Basin bench, for example, and like after Umu, you get healed by Monomom. So even though there are hard sections of the run, you do get like a fair amount of free heals off.
Yeah, which is nice, especially because there's a lot of like there's a lot of tougher kind of sections in this. And when I say tougher sections, the individual stuff isn't that tough, but there's a lot of like long sections where you can't bench in between things. So getting some of those health or like heals in between is really nice.
Ax almost got whumped there. I'm sure he would have loved to have that happen in a race. Those
Also going for setup list there.
Yeah.
On that last skip.
That's relatively new. But it looks like a lot of people are picking it up just because it's kind of convenient. You just like drop into the room, C-dash in like the vaguely correct area, and then you can get it off.
Yeah, I still do the setup, but it's very tempting to learn that just because I feel like the setup height is actually pretty precise.
Yeah, I just don't completely trust dash jumps. I mean, maybe I should, but you know, you have something that works, and you kind of want to keep using it, don't you?
Yep, I respect that. It's interesting. I know Ax doesn't really like going for the like basin like weird jump, which is also a dash jump. But he is going for some of these other ones, as well as just dash jumping off walls when he has any time to spare.
So in general, that was a really clean Isthmus section from Ax. He did get a little bit unlucky C-dashing across the room at the bottom of the elevator. Those husk sentries, sometimes none of them will be in your way. You just C-dash all the way through. It's really clean. But the first guy was in his way there, so he had to stop the C-dash, start a new one. I mean, it's not the worst thing, but just those little bits of RNG can be, you know, a little detrimental to getting, you know, if everything goes wrong, obviously, you're not going to be very happy.
Yeah, for sure. Hollow going for the setup here. Gets it first try. Very clean. I'm chasing after him. Okay. Does get early control there. It looked like the ramp was kind of high, but gets the what kind of storage is that?
That looked like a rocket jump.
But yeah, that's happened to me a couple times, just trying to C-dash off that center platform, like right as the Isma's kind of like text box leaves. I don't actually really know how to avoid that.
Yeah, it's a bit funky. I guess it depends on your movement to the item, like how far along you are in the item get when the whomp hits you. Because I never get that. But I rush to the item, so I don't know if that like you know, makes the timing just not work out to get storage.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to see what Ax's pace looks like here at Wings. 31:29. So he's only 10 seconds off his PB here.
Yeah, definitely could be going better for him, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's made up time since the last time we've checked in on that, so...
Yeah, not enough, no. Not enough.
Not enough, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I'll be a little bit less gracious with him. Hollow gonna be making his way through... One thing I actually didn't catch. Did you catch how many times Ax got hit by the Maulers? He went into that fight with 4 HP, but did he just get super RNG blessed?
Yeah, I think he only got hit once. I wasn't super paying attention, but yeah, I don't think he healed.
Okay, Hollow healing once there. Takes the damage tank there, but is in good position for this fight. Almost full soul. Ooh, goes for the weird jump once and just misses it. It looked really close.
Yeah, that jump is really finicky to do. I like it though. I keep going for it every run, even if I miss it like 3-4 times.
Using dash slash to clear out the small light seeds. Is that a triple? I couldn't tell, but it looked like it might have been.
It's interesting. He's a bit low health here. Is going to choose to heal. He didn't start the fight from the left side, which is what most runners do. You start from the left and then you can get 2 free double hits on Broken Vessel, like as he spawns. So that fight was a little less scripted than it should have been, but it worked out.
Oh, kind of bonking on the wall there. C dashing out of this room. Chat's mentioning that this is a really good pace for Hollow. His previous PB wings was a 35:04, so he is like a solid minute up on his PB at this point, which is super impressive for a race setting.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, he's less than a segment behind Ax, who's, third best in the world and on a pretty decent run right now. So, is the stream paused or something?
I feel like this might have been the worst commentary curse we could have made happen.
Oh, it looks like maybe he just lost connection.
All right, hopefully it pops up in a tiny bit. I feel like the best case scenario for these situations is just that stream comes back up, runners don't even notice, and the run just keeps going. But depending on how long his stream is down for, we'll have to keep an eye on it.
There's plenty to watch on Ax's side in the meantime.
All right, getting Kingsbrand. Will make his way out. I like that trick a lot. The early control there. Oh, and we've got Hollow back. About a minute or so of downtime. Is on his way to Hornet 2.
Yeah, let's see how this fight works out for him. Ax actually had a pretty nice fight there. This is one of the ones where she can troll you quite a bit. She can parry you. She can, kind of bait doubles and then not actually let you get doubles. So we'll see. We'll see what happens to Hollow. It's possible to lose quite a bit of health here. Even, we've seen a fair amount of deaths this tournament. But hopefully Hollow keeps on his insanely good PB streak.
Getting some good nail throws at the start of that fight. Definitely an easier move to deal with than a lot of the ones that Hornet has, jumping around and stuff.
Yeah, you can see he's choosing to use a lot of dives, which is actually a pretty nice thing to do if you're a bit less confident on this fight, because it does do a lot of damage, and you get iframes throughout the whole thing. It's a little bit slower than going for doubles, but acceptably slower considering how much safer it is.
Yeah, especially for a race scenario. That fight was actually like pretty clean overall from Hollow. Coming out of it with 3 health, not needing to heal at all. It's pretty clean. All right. right, Ax making his way out to Cyclone Slash here. Used in a couple places during the run for some Cyclone drops, then to break through some breakable walls as well.
Yeah, I really like the way nail arts are used in this run. Just kind of like as a little, you know, like utility in your back pocket. Just kind of throw it out in various different situations.
Mm-hmm.
And the
It
fact that you
doesn't
have
feel-
to charge it as well, it kind of makes the movement a bit more interesting. Like choosing when you start charging, is it worth it? That kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't feel like, with this category at least, it doesn't feel like it's imperative that you use nail arts. So for people who are just learning the category as well, when they're not as much used to using them, it doesn't feel like, oh god, I'm missing out on something huge here.
No, it's just like a neat optimization that you'll see in these, you know, higher ranked players.
Mm-hmm. So Ax making his way to his favorite boss in the game. It's kind of a quirk of his. He I don't know why he likes Umu as much as he does. I feel like speedrunners tend to dislike this boss, but Ax definitely a fan. So we'll have to see how
it's a little
treats him.
creepy, honestly. Ax's obsession with this boss. I think he could tone it down a little bit. It gets on my nerves, at least, when he's just constantly talking about how amazing this boss is, how much he loves the design. He's been writing out all these like design documents for Silk Song, trying to get them to Ari and William, like make another Umu, make Umu 2. Just really insistent on that. So yeah, I just don't get it at all.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's not harming anyone, so I mean, I guess maybe it's fine, but I don't know. Yeah, it's weird to see for sure. I'll have to see what kind of RNG Umu gives him. Maybe it's worth it. Maybe, you know, you get good RNG if you kind of praise Umu. We'll have to see whether it pays off for Ax.
Yeah, this one cycle is actually it's a little difficult. I actually admit I haven't learned it myself yet because it just looks so awkward to do.
Decent RNG so far from Ax. He's gotten one of the slow attacks, one of the fast attacks. So he's getting 2 slows. And there it is. Pretty clean.
All right, so anyone curious about how that works? Umu like flies out of the arena, like out of bounds, and when the boss is out there, there's nothing to kind of block it from moving really far when it gets hit. So it moves really far during the fireballs, and both of them double hit. It actually doesn't work at all on the left side because for some reason the wall geometry is different there, which is really weird.
So the other day I had a really strange thing coming out of Monomon where I just couldn't wall jump. I have no idea what caused it. So I'm just, every time I see people coming out of Monomon, I'm like, are they going to get this too? But I imagine it's just one of the kind of
That's so weird. So there is kind of something that consistently can cause that. It's like when you scene transition while you're in wall cling state, it doesn't give you it back. So you can get it out of like dream fights. But there's no reason why you should get a wall cling after beating Monomon. Like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
To me. How would you even do that? So that sounds like an enigma to me.
Yeah, so I haven't heard it from anybody else, so but I am definitely like a little bit scarred by it. I'm like, how do I stop that from happening? I guess I just don't touch my controller after the Monomon cutscene and just pray. Getting the bench here after Umu. We're gonna be saving quitting back here after we get great Great Slash, which is where Ax is headed now.
Yeah, every Dreamer, when you get it, it hard saves you to that location. So we kind of pick up this bench here just to kind of reset our save to somewhere a bit more convenient. So when we quit out here, we don't have to, you know, climb out of Monomon again.
Setup looks okay here for Hollow. Did wait a tiny bit on that second fireball, but gets it.
Oh, he actually got it. That's really, really good. I mean, this is so close still. Now, you know, 2/3 of the way through the run, and he still looks about a minute or so behind. I'm really impressed.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit more than a minute just because Ax is so many rooms ahead, but like still really, really impressive, especially if he's still that far ahead of his own PB. According to chat, that's his first 1 cycle in a run. So
oh my god,
that's a good
imagine
section
doing
of time
that in a
save,
race.
for sure.
Yeah, nice.
Like, can you move after you absorb Monomon?
You shouldn't
I
be
have
able
possibly
to.
like dashed to one of those walls on either side.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, so the section that Ax is doing now is like a really movement heavy section. His movement looks pretty clean so far. He's doing a really good job of it. Nice. It's the spikes though.
Yeah. I mean, need some more polish. It was close, but close doesn't count when you're trying to make a jump like that. We'll get Great Slash though.
Just think of Nailmaster's crying face whenever you, sorry, Nailsmith's crying face whenever you, whenever Ax makes a mistake.
Do it for him.
Exactly. Yeah, that Simpsons meme. I love that meme.
It's so good.
Why is The Simpsons such like an insane bank for memes? So many good memes come out of The Simpsons.
Oh yeah, we lose the sync there.
Oh, that's unlucky from Hollow. Getting hit by the what are they Umas? Yeah. The little Uma ball there.
That's one of the ones I know from Rando, but usually my enemy knowledge isn't that great.
Yeah, probably. I mean, when you've got 30 years of content to work with, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we've got the squid arena.
Yeah, Ax struggled to find the little corner at the top there to C-dash from for a little bit.
Very clean arena, though.
Yeah, that was pretty clean, regardless. And it's pretty nice to have full health here going into this section, because Queen's Gardens and Deep Nest can be a little scary. There's a required damage tank to take in Queen's Gardens. There's like a little hazard warp.
Oh my goodness, he almost got sniped out of his C-dash there by that squid. One brave squid. That's all it takes to ruin a run. Or I guess a split, maybe. Maybe not the whole run.
All right, I think the difference is about 2.5 minutes now, which is still insanely close considering, yeah, their PBs are about 6 minutes apart, I think.
Yep. And Ax's PB currently, he's about 25 seconds behind his PB. So yeah, really impressed by Hollow overall today. Like this is fantastic, especially for a race run.
Ax flubbing a little movement as well there. what you really want to do there is charge a Great Slash for the wall and do a somewhat precise jump and dash and wings sort of up the inside of that corner rather than going around the outside.
You use Great Slash for that wall?
Yeah, it does like 2 ticks of damage, so it saves like 1 hit.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I've just been using Cyclone on that because I feel like that's what I see people use for breakable walls. But yeah, once you have Great Slash, that seems really good. I'll have to start doing that.
I think it's because you're like jumping up to it, you don't have much room before it to like Cyclone on the same level as it. So it's better to Great Slash because then you can hit it from further away. I think is the logic why that's better there.
It does have quite a hitbox above it for Great Slash anyways. Some of these squits kind of getting away from Hollow here. Oh, it's an interesting D-Dark there. Not the strat I usually see, but it did cover those 2 horizontal squits there. It's going to heal 1.
I like the choice to heal here because you get full soul on this pickup, and like I was saying, this segment can be a little tough. We actually haven't seen too many safety strats in this race because I guess because Hollow is gunning for that PB, but there are these little, you know, maybe a bit smaller things that you can do to give yourself a bit more confidence.
Mm-hmm. Ax finding his 3rd and final Dreamer here in Hera. Just has to make his way down to Abyss and kill THK, and he's going to be about done. Hollow just slightly behind here, still making his way over to Hera.
Yeah, I don't think Ax has ever been 2 segments ahead.
Yeah, no, I think
during
you're right
this entire race. So it's been insanely close still.
Oh, Hollow with the strats. Showing Ax what's up. You do a great slash there. Not 3 normal slashes. Ooh, taking a spike hit there. This room is really painful to get hit in. I feel like there are a lot of times where if you get hit, those Petras just kind of like bully you afterwards while you're trying to make some of that platforming work. But Hollow with a good recovery there for sure.
Yeah, so long as you're moving, they kind of can't catch up to you fast enough. But when you do like have to stop, they kind of swarm around you, you know, too quickly. And you also saw Hollow do another little bit of a safety strat where he dream nailed the spiky boys there. And you saw those spikes don't hit you on this patch, so you can just stand there and dream nail them and get full soul, and it's, you know, really convenient.
Yeah, I guess. How long do you hold this health for? You get full healed after Hera, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's just Dark Deepness is a little bit sweeter.
Yeah, and the Devout in front of Hera, I mean, usually goes perfectly fine. But if you do take a damage there, that two damage from the Devout, you know, that eats away into your health really quickly. Talking of 2 damage, Ax now on the Lighthouse climb. Every one of these siblings deals 2. He's now effectively on 1 health. Okay, manages to recover it.
Plays it a little bit safe there.
Really sketchy climb there from Ax.
Sabi brings up a really good point in chat. This run from Hollow started with a 9 spit Balder. 9 or 8 spit. I think it might have just been 8. But like if they're that far ahead of their PB, then they managed to PB with this, and they're running against this as their PB. It's gonna feel so nice to run against an 8 spit Balder in the early game.
Oh my god, yeah, I can just imagine.
Because I think almost every time I would have reset there. Like I get 8 spits, I'm just tilted. I'm just resetting. I don't know if I ever get a PB with 8 spits.
I have actually the old world record for Balder spits before Palm got, I think Palm got 20. I had it with I think 15, and that was during a PB.
Wow.
It was for Elderbug percent though, so not like a big deal PB, but that was still funny.
Yeah, that's still crazy. 15 spits in a PB. That's crazy.
All right, so Hollow is now I think 3.5 minutes behind. So the gap has honestly, I mean, it's expanded a little bit here because Hollow's Harris section was a little bit sketchy with the drop into spikes, healing a bit on the spiky boys before Deep Nest, but still keeping it fairly close.
So Ax on the home stretch here has both of the abilities you come down here to grab. Just has to make his way out of Abyss. Oh, C-dashing the wrong direction. Just didn't quite get the turnaround off that platform.
All right, this is something to pay attention to on Ax's screen. He's going to do the Abyss climb. This is the longest, most complicated stretch of movement in this run. And it's very punishing to fail because if you hit spikes, your hazard respawn is usually like halfway down the room, and it's totally awful to deal with.
Yeah, could have done better.
Yeah, docking points for that one, for sure.
Yeah. He makes his way up, but, you know, we saw that. Is what we'll say.
It's immortalized now. There's a record of it.
All right, and then Hollow doing the Abyss climb here. Or sorry, not the Abyss climb, the Sibling climb. Trying to avoid these 2 damage bullies. Makes his way up pretty cleanly.
Yeah, so Ax is coming up on the Hollow Knight fight here, the end of the run. And it's a bit sketchy in this category. Because the optimal strategy is really to kind of stand underneath him and try and Abyss Shriek as much as possible, which also puts you in the way of most of his attacks. And Ax is coming in here with 4 health as well. I kind of feel like he'll just go for it and use world record strats, but maybe he'll take it a little safe. I mean, it would be a bit of a shame to die here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he'll probably go for it. How often does he need 2 health for Scream Skip? Like, how often do you think he's able to skip that Scream just by dealing enough damage?
I have no idea. I think he usually goes for the like the Shade Cloak into him Scream Skip. I don't know if he gets Scream Skip very often.
So yeah, then he technically has. Well, he's got. Oh, did he heal? Did he bench?
Yeah, I think he took the bench. Probably less because of the health and more to protect against an infinite load, I think.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't it autosave coming in here? But I don't know how that works with Invis THK.
All right, this is a pretty clean start. You can see him you know, just doing what I said, just kind of standing under him, trying to get those streaks off. And THK is mostly staying still. There seems
Strange
like a,
empty hop.
yeah, fairly decent pattern considering. Oh, too far away. That's just unlucky. I don't think he could have got the screen skip there. This is a sub 51. Yeah, this is a sub 51. That's a really, really good race time for Max.
Yeah. I mean, as we've kind of come to expect from Ax, almost like just getting these fantastic times during races. See what the final time comes to. Yeah, 50-53. Pretty ridiculous. That's like, yeah, that's nuts. I mean, it wasn't even that good. 40 seconds off his PB, like, you know, do better. Yeah. Kind of, I'm not going to call him cringe.
Kinda cringe, innit? Alright, HollowMC showing off not the greatest abyss climb there, but keeping it relatively stable. It's very easy to choke that. But he's going to come into the Hollow Knight fight with 5 health, lots of soul, the perfect opportunity to heal, sorry, not to heal, to pull off a really sick fight and, you know, really pull a good PB out of the bag.
It's just so impressive to be on this kind of pace in a race. Like, I feel like with nerves and stuff, people are just prone to doing like a little bit worse in races. But stepping up and being ahead of your PB at this point is pretty impressive.
Yeah, he might actually completely skip the 55. This could be a 54-minute run, considering that going into this race, his PB was a 56. That would be an insane finish.
He's never seen a 55, and he never will. Well,
God, I haven't watched that video in a long time.
I love it. That is a classic.
Monster pointing out in chat that HollowMC has used more nail arts this race than Ax has. I think that gives him the honorary win to me.
Or at least a time bonus. 5 minutes?
Yeah, 5 minutes is good. Yeah, I like that.
I think that's appropriate. Ooh, damage taking a little bit here. Yep, takes the 1 heal. Should be in still. Oh, 2 heals. Honestly, you're this far ahead of your PB. Just heal. He's getting this attack multiple times there.
Wow, gets a bit unlucky with the self-stab there. When Hollow Knight is stabbing himself, he actually doesn't take full damage. He only takes 1 damage per hit. And unfortunately not going to be the 54 from Hollow, but this is really close. This is a very low 55. Absolutely insane run from both of these runners. Major congrats.
Yeah, Hollow is like on a 1.5 minute PB pace. Like, big PB from Hollow. Very impressive. Yeah, can't complain with the 55.06. Let's see. Yeah, that's fantastic. All right, marks them. Oh, you're way ahead of me on marking them. Never mind. You got it. We'll get them in for an interview here shortly.
Oh, they're already here.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Congrats to both of you guys. That was a great race.
Indeed.
Yeah, thanks. I'm personally pretty happy with a 50, and I think Hollow got a PB, right?
Did, apparently.
That's awesome.
What was your PB before this?
It was the 56:38.
Yeah, so you
So I
PB. That's fantastic for well, fantastic in general, but even more fantastic for a race.
Yeah, that's huge.
There's a big PB.
Comms.
I was playing out of my mind.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll give it to you, Ax. A 50 in a race is pretty good. 40 seconds off your PB. You could have done a little better, but
Hope you
You
didn't
didn't
roast
PB.
me too bad.
listen, you didn't PB by a minute and a half. Is all I can say.
True. We know that. We know who the real winner of this race was.
Apparently, staying up till 4 in the morning practicing pays off sometimes.
Yeah.
You did a
Dude.
really, really good job, Hollow.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed watching it. Thank you.
It was a really good run, really good race too.
I
guys
believe. Yes, sir.
No, go for it.
Yeah, I was. This is very important, but I was just gonna say that I believe Zero has requested a dash slash, so we're gonna do that there.
Oh, we get a free one?
Let's go.
No, no, no.
Nice.
Oh, man.
He redeemed it.
Nice.
Oh, you had to
definitely
redeem it? I was like, wow, he's feeling benevolent today. Maybe he's making up for some of his sins in the past, but
You're still caught up on that.
it's gonna be a while. But yeah, fantastic race from the both of you. I'm trying to think if there were any interesting moments that happened, but it was really clean for both of you guys. I don't think there was anything crazy.
All right, how does it feel to get a 33 in any percent and then a 50 in all skills the next day?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling pretty good about my consistency in these categories. Like, I mean, the 33 yesterday was just like, I don't know where that came from. Well, the 33OX specifically, but yeah, I was definitely hoping to get a 50 in this race, so I'm glad I managed to get that.
I was just hoping not to die.
And then you just PB by a minute and a half, so
Yep.
that's pretty good, I would say.
It's my expectations met.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can't think of any other questions to ask you guys. One thing to note, that was the first time you've hit Umu one cycle in a run as well, Hollow.
Yeah.
If chat was
That is
indeed
true.
looked really clean. Like
I would say.
I didn't actually get Umu one cycle until this morning when I was practicing, so that felt good.
yeah, and it looked clean. Like it looked like you knew what you were doing as far as that went. So pulling it off where it counts, very impressive. Yeah, do you guys have any other questions or any other comments?
Did you see my sick underplat before Hera?
Pardon? Poor Hera.
Oh, you didn't notice it? That's too sad. I did it just for you.
Which
You're-
which
Right outside the Beast Den entrance. On the
Oh.
very lowest platform there.
did you just see dash out and then dash under that platform?
Yeah, I just went under that and then jumped up on the other side.
I mean, we saw your other one. Your other one was quite
Wilder.
impressive.
Wait, which one?
The Sea Peaks one? That
Oh,
one
the
was
main
that
one,
one was really
right.
good.
Yeah, that was really clean. I don't think I've ever hit it quite that cleanly.
We just
Yeah, was
talked
that-
about how many
Was that your
skills
first
you
time?
had.
Was that your first time getting underplat in a race as well, Hollow? In your
Nah.
PB?
Nah.
Oh, you've got it before.
Yeah, I usually do underplat.
Oh,
That's
wow.
impressive.
Casual about it.
Yeah.
There was something else I was mentioning. Ax, in Sea Peaks, is there a reason you didn't go for right side shopkeeper room? I feel like that's usually what I see you go for.
Yeah, yesterday when I was doing the any percent race, I felt like I got hit there because of the load normalizer. I don't know if that was just I don't know if I just messed it up or the load normalizer actually affects that guy, but I felt like I did it correctly and I got hit there, so I decided not to go for it in this one because HP is quite important. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we were just that was one thing we noticed.
Yeah.
I'd like to mention that was the worst boulder I've ever had.
Oh yeah, both of your balders. So Ax got there first, and we were like, oh, like a four. What was it? A 4 or 5 split or spit?
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, we were just like, all right, that's fine. Maybe Hollow makes up a little bit of time, but then gets 8 spits. Like, it'll be a nice
8?
PB to run against. Yeah, 8 spits.
That's rough.
8 spits and then still PBs by a minute and a half. A little bit wild.
Insane.
I'm trying to think. I feel like there was another thing I was going to grill Ax about, but
Oh, Ax, did you notice your almost hyper path on the multi-press floor?
Yeah, I very
was-
much noticed.
I like started drooling. My eyes were like sparkling. I was like, almost had the perfect opportunity to roast you forever, and you recovered it, and I hate you for it.
Yeah, that was the sketchiest hyperpower room I've ever had, I think. There's
that
no
forward splash
contest on
was,
that.
did you, man?
Yeah, I tried to poke with the spikes, but I was wall clinging by that point, so it made it a side slash instead. That was, yeah.
Well, yeah, he made it through. It was. I think it was just I was gonna poke fun of the fact that you C-dashed the wrong way in the Bitch Freak room, but it was a pretty small thing.
That's just HK input handling, really. If you input the C-dash on the first frame, it won't actually realize that you're holding the other direction. Super annoying.
you're just too perfect. You did it on the perfect frame. That's it's fine. Cool. So I think that's one of the final races of the first round of Swiss. I think we have. Well, my race is in 2.5 hours. I'm scared of that, but and then I think we have got one more on the weekend. Or do we have a couple more? Let me check schedule.
There's 2 more at the weekend. There's Slorent versus Quacksilver, and then Doubt MB versus April Amat.
Both of those sound like really good races.
Yeah, the Slorent one is current patch.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, thank you guys very much for the fantastic race. It was a blessing to commentate.
Thanks for the
congrats
commentary.
again. Yeah, thank you.
Coming.
And congrats again on the PB. That was fantastic.
Thanks.
And thanks for commentating with me, Sarah.
It was a pleasure. And thanks everyone for watching.
For sure. Awesome. I think that's what we've got.